want to watch all the moves, they're not hard to find. Strong arm tactics so loud, only themselves in mind. Every player has dreams of making ORCA fame. They'll live on in the minds of those who get in their way. ORCA's all say, don't come for me. Mid-nurse boots, they're so vain. As we set up the podcast webcam, the pod is here to talk ORCA game. ORCA King CK with delusions of fame. In this LRG world, he's the apex predator. Dani and Jules in tow, always ready to go. Now it's time for the show, they're the apex predators.
Hello and welcome to the ORCA Pod, the Apex Predators of Australian Survivor LRG podcasting. It's been a long time coming, us finishing the Canberra Survivor to the Ultimate Sacrifice coverage for the countdown. I've been trying to arrange a time to catch up with production, but Dan is a very busy beaver right now, I believe. There's things on, about to do some traveling, and so it was not very possible for him to join. So look, we've had to make do. Myself have been pretty busy, so we thought we'd get in here, we'll get these awards out, be a short, sharp show, discuss and round out the Canberra Survivor coverage. And in a couple of weeks, we will be looking at the #1 season as voted by you, the people, proof that despite what goes on in this world, democracy still works. Playing with Fire, the #1 season. We'll be covering that. I cannot wait to talk about myself specifically for a prolonged period of time. It is a dream come true. It's something I've been looking forward to since we created this concept. That's in a few weeks. We'll have our usual set of coverage as we work through the best season playing with Fire. But normally I get on the production and we talk through the awards and they give me an idea of who's going to win what award and whatnot. Now, because we don't have them available, I have joined me my lovely ORCA co-host, Dani. Let me welcome Dani.
Hi! I'm so excited to be back, even if it is only a short and sharp, sweet ep tonight. I have missed us. I have missed that theme song, and I'm happy to be here.
I'm excited to be here. You've never been here for the awards, so I'm trying to
I think I was here for the original awards because that's where they were all glammed out in my sequins in the video. We haven't been on any since.
Was that like a what? I think I was in awards we did for a specific season. Sorry, I need to keep messing around my screen, so I need to be able to message our guest who.
That's okay. It's just a nice little cleavage shot we've got going on, so it's enjoyable for everybody. Yeah, I've missed this. I've missed being here. I am also very excited to talk about Playing with Fire, how I came onto the ORCA podcast with Jules and with Ethan, so being able to go back in that time, dig out my notes. I'm keen to talk about it too. Will we beat our Warrandyte 3 and a bit hour deep dive?
I think probably. I'm going to have all sorts of interesting tidbits to add to the coverage about my experience. So, look, before we get into the most important award, of course, we've got plenty of other awards to give out, and you can give me your rundown on what you think who won the various awards. So, the first award was, who is the MVP of the season? Who do you think was the MVP as well? Ma?
Yeah.
Yes, Ma by quite a landslide, to be honest.
Yeah,
actually.
100%. She phenomenal game, phenomenal win, untouchable.
More than 50% of the vote, but votes also were received by Sophie, Michael, Anna, and Mel.
Okay, good choices.
Okay, so the Annabelle Award for Best Pre-Merge Boot.
Oh, God, who went pre-merge? Who are my options? Refresh me.
Sam, Grace, Joseph, Simon, Haley, and Banfield B. Banfield.
Haley.
Yes, it was Hayley in a bit of a landslide. She received almost 72% of the vote.
Yeah.
Nobody voted for Joseph or Sam. Sorry to the two of
Mm.
you. And we also received votes. Banfield got one. I think I might have voted for Banfield. Simon got one, and Grace got one. You know, there's a guy in the current season, The Amazing Race, called Benfield. I wonder if they're like, it's Banfield's evil twin.
Interesting.
Anyway,
Hayley's up there for one of the players I can't wait to see play again. Whenever and if ever that happens, I would love to see her a second time out.
She was a confident, I think, clearly award winner of the Annabelle Award. What one-time player would you like to see play again? Surprisingly, this was not won by Hayley because obviously it opens up the merge, and people were interested in seeing some of these merge players again.
Mal
did not receive a single vote. Sorry, Malcolm.
That surprises me. That was
another guess?
Bug. Nick.
Nick got a vote. There weren't a lot of votes cast in these, I must say.
Okay, sure. Tell me. I've guessed two. Give me the answer.
It was Anna. Everyone wants to see Anna come play again.
Amy. Yep, sure.
Yeah, Anna or Amy, and in either name, they're happy for her to come out and see what she can bring.
Okay.
Sophie got votes. Mel, James, Hayley, Sam. Someone wants to see Sam get another chance at the game.
Okay.
Don't think that's likely to be perfectly honest. So is this season second best, too high, too low, or just right? What do you think?
Well, I mean, is it including what we've seen since, or just when we did the ranking?
It was just when we did the rankings.
I think it's just right.
That was about 40% think that. 40% think it should be number one, and about 20% think it should be lower than this. So I think that's about right.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
Yeah, I think it's just right. I think it definitely deserves to be up there. I think we saw some brilliant gameplay. The editing, the production of it was fab. Like, all round, good. There's not a ton of bad to say about it.
I have things to say. I wanted to talk to production about some of the decisions that were made because I do think.
Oh, don't get me wrong. That's not saying there's nothing bad. I'm just saying overall.
Yeah.
Overall, good.
It's a strong season. That is for sure. On a scale of 1 to 11, 1 being the best, where was Ma ranked compared to the other 10 LRG winners?
What?
Well, yes, the answer actually is 1 essentially, but it was about a 3.38 overall, which does put her in the number 1 spot. I'm just going to find my document. Sorry, I thought I had it up.
That's okay. Based off the winners we've had so
run
far.
Through.
Yeah.
All right, so we've done 10 seasons here so far. We obviously haven't done the ranking for John in this category, which will be done when we do Playing with Fire. But the current rankings based on this sliding scale has Toby at 6.33. I think Toby has been undervalued due to his season consisting of 27 minutes. If you listen to the deep dive I did with Toby many moons back, he was actually played a very strong game. But I get it; that's fair. Next is Nick on 6.08. I think he's suffering from the smaller game format. Good win, but a smaller game format. I think that's fair. And people with existing relationships in our game that went for 10 people. Next is Jake with 5.81. Given his cheating, effective cheating,
as we now know.
I don't think that he played an otherwise very strong game. I don't think that's inappropriate. Is 5.81. Well, is it cheating? Production knew all about it. It's more of an unfair advantage, I'd say.
Yeah. If production knew, it's not technically cheating. They allowed it.
No, but it is somewhat of a discount. Sally follows on 5.68. I think Sally's win can be attributed somewhat across herself and Tyrone. Like they were obviously very difficult to split in Backyard 1 because they were all essentially the same game. But the game they all played was a very strong, albeit loyal, boring game, but a very strong game that got all three of them to the end.
Yeah.
The winners after look, I must say that the LRGs, despite it being a quick and fast game where loyalty can somewhat prevail over big moves are hard to put together, to organize in a small amount of time. We have, I think, a very strong group of winners. I'm not knocking anyone that just won. They've just said there's sort of reasons why they're at the bottom of the tally. But every winner here is very strong, I feel. Salvador at 5.41 played a very, very strong game in Backyard Redemption. Jeremy just 0.1 better in Canberra Season 1 played an excellent game. Sam, who you were there first and foremost to experience, 5.18. Very, very strong social dominant game throughout Sydney 1.
100%.
Then Jay from Backyard Yards Apart, very, very strong game, 4.95. Halim's position of 4.79 to me is probably a little bit overs. We can't be certain we had all the same people voting for all of these things and different things.
Yeah,
I don't knock Halim's game, but I feel like he ended up in a strong alliance of people that weren't incredibly game savvy, which gave him a very strong run to the end.
Yeah, he had control,
and an obvious target to remove in Andrew as well. So a very good shield there.
For sure.
So you can only do with materials that are handed to you, but I think that perhaps his game is maybe not as strong as Jay's or Sam's.
Well, I was about to say I'd rate Jay or Sam both over.
Or Jeremy maybe, or Salvador. I think he's sort of around those guys. But that's where the people put him. But Ma quite commandingly. So Halim's was 4.79. Ma's 3.36. So quite commandingly considered by the people to be the best win that we've seen in the 10 LRGs. And I think I agree with that. It's an incredibly strong.
I would agree also. I think Sam and Jay should be 2 and 3. But other than that, I think that's a relatively sound display.
I guess the only maybe potential hit on Sam is the one-day game. I don't think the one-day game is necessarily, similar to Toby's quite shortened game or Nick's shortened game. But I think a one-day game in some cases will be a little bit discounted against a two-game.
Yeah, fair.
Of course, Jay's win is a one-day game, but when you're still playing at 3 a.m. in the morning, I think I can give it an uplift. I think that brings in an element of the survival, the tiredness. The trying to think when you haven't slept in 23 hours is actually somewhat more relevant in the two-day game. But that's all of those awards. I think we've got a really great ranking come together, and it'll be really interesting to see where John falls in that category when we get to our final coverage.
That will be really interesting to see what the people think.
Now, we have the most important award now of all. And as usual, I assembled the Congress of the Orcas, and honestly, there was not a lot of engagement into this particular vote because it's such a fait accompli.
It's a foregone conclusion, this one.
The whole podcast is named after this guy. So and it's not like it's a season like last season with when we did Backyard 4, where there was some level of contention between Josh, between Casper, and potentially some other characters like Dan and Jake potentially attracting interest as potential contenders. Not only is there such an out-and-out Orca that absolutely deserves the award, but there's not really, I think, a strong second contender.
No.
It's probably Ma, just on the strong arm tactics and the...
Maybe Anna a little.
Anna
a little, like a little savage in there.
Maybe.
But again, it's like a little bit. It's not like that person is an Orca or deserves the Orca. They'd be the people who would come the closest.
Yeah. So it was a no-brainer. In terms of the fan votes, some other people got votes. Mel, Anna, as you said, Nick. I can see Nick. Sophie, I don't see that. I don't know who's voting for Sophie. I don't think they understood the criteria. But of course, the winner was James Wolfe, and he joins the illustrious Congress of the Orcas, joining.
Welcome.
I'm going to try to say all their names first. Joining Kevin, Calvin, Matthew, Jess, Andrew, Josh, Mark, Ethan, Tyler, Dom, and now himself joining.
And Lauren.
I think I got everyone. Did I miss anyone?
Loz.
Oh, and Loz. Yes, thank you, Dani. Forgot. How could I forget Loz? And then Loz in
I'm
the
like Lauren.
illustrious. That's not going to go well with my traders thing. Don't watch. I hope she doesn't watch this.
I'm telling her. I'm going
The
straight on there.
illustrious Congress of the Orcas. Let me welcome the man, the myth, the legend, the one who deemed the name of our lovely podcast, James Wolfe. Welcome.
James Wolfe.
Hello.
Welcome.
Good to be here.
To the Congress.
I will say the fact that CK, you couldn't remember everyone else who made the Orca list makes me feel like I'm like in the S tier, and everyone else is like B or C tier maybe.
And that's Orca
who
energy.
knows?
You're certainly S tier. I don't think anyone could deny that. I'm sure there'd be a lot of discussion about who is S tier and who is not. Everyone wants to be S tier, but there's no doubt that you have provided that level of. I'm just trying to mess around with this. It's not going to work. All right. There's no doubt that you provided that. We talked to you a bit about on the tea party about everything you did and the game you looked to play. But how does it feel to? Obviously, there's no doubt that everyone's met you. You're actually a much more humble and reserved person and kind person, and not into yourself at all. Then that's who you are in real life. But the little character that you came out with for Canberra 2, which was a fantastic character that we all enjoyed thoroughly watching. Do you look back fondly on that character and go, that was fun? I did something fun there.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel like, exactly right. I wanted to go out and have a bit of fun with, and however it looked, so be it. And, if I'm having fun and entertaining myself, then hopefully it might entertain a few people along the way. And, you know what, I'm still getting invited back to this podcast, 3 years later. So, I mean, not that that's a flex or anything, but
flex away, baby, flex away.
But no, look, yeah. To be honest, I didn't give a fuck what anyone else kind of thinks about it. To be honest, I just
everyone loves it
and had a bit of fun. So yeah.
Everyone loves it. It's so hard to go out on these LRGs and be entertaining in confessional. It's so hard. Like, I've done it before. I like to think I'm an entertaining person, but when you're a player, a gamer, like you are, like Dani is, like I am, your head's so in the game that it's hard when you go in confessional to not just debrief your thoughts and your strategy, because that's a moment you get to do it. To actually just decide to put on a show for the camera, which is going to be so much more entertaining than, because every confessional is just the player talking about, I'm with this person, I'm with that person, I don't trust this person, which is fine. It's informative, but it's not incredibly entertaining. So I have the utmost respect for someone like yourself who can, in the heat of the battle, be in the confessional and actually look to be more entertaining than game focused, especially knowing that you are a player, a game player who wanted to do well in the game in your own right.
I think definitely part of that as well is I'm fully understanding that, it can be something that is really polarizing. Some people are going to absolutely love it, be all about it. Other people, that's not really their style as well. On the flip side, and and that's okay as well. I think for in essence, I think it probably helped me sort of break up the game a little bit, because I was pretty much in game mode, thinking, but then also I'm in confessionals. I'm also how I'm getting kind of my thoughts out. And kind of making these analogies, at the same time. It's it's certainly something that, a lot of people don't really want to take that step, and it's not necessarily their style, and that's okay too. But in the words of Lady Gaga, like Russian roulette isn't the same without a gun, and I wasn't afraid to just put the bullets in the chamber and take a shot. And
take a
yeah,
shot.
with
I
some
love
leads
it.
confession. So
Yeah. I
And
think it's not
I just
wrong.
want to tell
It's
you,
hard to do. It's hard to do. Like you like to be entertaining but thinking at the same time. Like it's not an easy feat. And so take your flowers.
yeah, 100%. And especially in this community as well, where what's persevered is like entertaining and like iconic. I mean, it's very divisive, and that's okay too. It's not something that really keeps me up at night, thinking caring what necessarily people might think about it. Anymore. Even though for a bit sort of stage afterwards, I probably initially kind of had some reservations, but I've definitely come to terms with it within myself as well. So
excellent. Now, should you be talk? Do you want to talk us through what you've got coming up? You have centered yourself around this little LRG based mini Discord games. Of course, the was that Sequester? What did we play last time? I don't know. Style game that you got us all to play recently.
LRGs collide.
How long was that? Was that 6 months ago?
So
Yeah.
we've done a couple now. So obviously the first one we had in so myself and Aston from Canberra, and then we have a couple of people who have sort of helped us along the way, just sort of doing a couple of games where we're bringing different members of different communities from LRGs that have already aired, kind of bringing for just a bit of a one night kind of bit of a game of fun. We did the last one obviously 6 months ago, which the two of you are a part of, and I presume you had a good time considering that. Spoiler alert, you've said yes to play again. So number 3, which is more like Traitors, Werewolf Among Us sort of style, which is going to be quite fun, and and potentially down the track, might sort of run some more if some more LRG seasons can hurry up and come out to be able to invite some of those people into the fun as well, which would be good. But because it's
From
such
your
there's
mouth
so
to
many
the
amazing,
God's
100%, because there's so many amazing like characters and people that guys haven't even seen yet that
Yeah.
gets talked about, which we also.
Well, I think it's a great thing you're doing for the community, keeping the community together, playing these fun little games. Except I don't like getting voodoo idled for a second fucking time. But anyway, that's the way it went. Well, my whole alliance went to the final 3. It was very frustrating, but nonetheless, it's the game that we play. Really looking forward to participating in that. I want to give you one final word. Someone did put in a vote. Someone felt the need to put in a vote from the Congress of the Orcas. And I'll read out this vote as sort of a final moment to celebrate your prize. Of course, next time we have an event in Melbourne, that you will receive your actual official Bromilow medal that you can wear around your neck if you're able to attend. But so there will be more glory bestowed upon you. This isn't the end. But I will bestow upon you this particular quote from your former Canberra alumni in the ORCA community, Dominic, who quoted and said, to quote Suri, "Don't think this vote is because I love you. This vote is because I truly believe that you are the biggest ORCA player in the world."
Well, that's certainly very sweet from Dom. He's someone who I feel I have a lot of time for, and Dom's such a great guy. In general, and it's a privilege to be part of like that same ORCA exclusive club that he is. But if you're going to hand me an award in person, CK, you might need to give me at least 6 months notice, because I'm still touring around doing my ORCA tours around the 7 seas, and so
I'll speak to your people and make sure I can work into your schedule. That's fine. I understand. I'll speak to your people.
Yeah.
But thanks, Wolf. We really appreciate it.
Okay.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Cheers. And that wraps up our coverage. It's a very short episode, no chat with production, sadly, but wraps up our episode coverage for The Ultimate Sacrifice. I'm very much looking forward to, in a few weeks, getting into our coverage of Playing with Fire, as we've said. But who knows when these new seasons are coming out? There's going to be a flurry. We know that. But until then, we have plans, we have ideas. And one of the things we'll be doing for anyone who's watching this, but we'll of course post the information on Facebook so people are aware it's coming. We will be looking to put together. We've done this coverage. We've reviewed 11 seasons. In that time, we've also reviewed 2 other seasons that have come out. And we're thinking of doing, if no season is in the near future, which may be the case, to finish off the year, we will be doing the 20 or 25, to be determined, best moments in LRG history, Australian LRG history, to date. We will come up with a short list of a significant number that can be voted upon by you, the fans of this and members of this community, and then we will rank them down, because when we don't have a show on, we love to rank stuff down. That's our thing. We love to segregate things into spots. Anyway, so look out for that. I will post, and feel free to throw out ideas as well on the Facebook about ideas you have for what should be up there and eligible for the voting.
We should put a poll. We should put a poll on Facebook. Get people to vote for what
there'll
they
be a
might
poll.
think.
Once we have the shortlist, everyone will vote.
I know, but like just a poll to get their ideas.
They can just throw up their ideas. I'll just add them to the shortlist.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to pre-poll the poll. That's going to be like too much information. The poll is secret and only available to us. Anyway, look out for that.
But you can DM us with your thoughts. That's fine.
We might get a season. Look out for that. But
I know what I'm voting for. I know what I'm putting in the barrel.
Yeah, we've got to find out these. We need to come up with ideas. There's lots of good moments. So look out for that coming soon. Probably back end of this year if we do not receive a season. But hopefully we get a season. But that's in the works for the next gap. But as always, we love you. Thank you for sticking around and watching our show, being part of our coverage. We have 5 amazing episodes, which will take us to 50 episodes in the rank down. 50 episodes just on the rank down when we complete Playing with Fire. So we're looking forward to that. Oh, and the other thing that I'll be putting up, for the special episode of Playing with Fire, I want to hear from you, the fans and members of this community, either a text you can send me a DM, or send me a video about what this community and playing in LRGs has meant for you and how it's changed your life. So I'll put a comment about that. Send that to me, and that will form part of one of our episodes in the Playing with Fire coverage.
I love that. Let's make that a post on Facebook.
Yeah, I'll be doing that show with Max, everyone's favorite feel-good moment.
Oh, yay!
And he'll be reading out your messages if you don't want to do a video.
Oh, sweet soul.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dani, for jumping on. Quick app, but fun app. Good to finish off Canberra. Looking forward to getting to Play with Fire in a few weeks.
Yes.
And until then, you go.
Are you going to talk about backyard? Are you going to Perth still?
Oh, yes. If you live in Perth, the backyard drinks, the ORCA drinks are happening on the 16th of October at the Balmoral Hotel. $1,000 on the tab for me, courtesy of the People's Champion, Zoe. Get there. We'll be handing out ORCA awards to any ORCAs in present. I'm hoping that 5 will show up. 5. That's the hope. 5 ORCAs in one room. How will the room handle it? 5 plus me. How will this room handle that level of energy? I'm not sure. How does it even handle Mark and Josh being in the same room at all? But then those 2 plus 3 other ORCAs, hopefully, to be awarded their medals and get along, get a free drink on me, catch up with the Perth community in 3 weeks time. Look forward to that. Thank you, Dani, for reminding me. Until next time, we shall dance.